Welcome to the 8th edition of World Intellectual Property Forum.
At the very outset, I would like to express my gratitude to the organizers of this digital meet for according an opportunity to be amidst galaxy of speakers from all over the world and also August audience in the digital meet. I rather would like to express that Mr. Naveen Agarwal, organizer, does deserve a big pat on his back. Despite this currently ongoing COVID scenario, he has been able to arrange this event, ensuring that 220 event is not at all missed out. Now let's come on to this topic of patent monetization. Generally, this event is held in a 7-star property. Let's suppose this event is being held in Taj at Gateway of India, Mumbai. I may ask this question. This is a big physical property. What might be the approximate value for this property? Many may say $400 million, $500 million. Let me say it is $700 million. It has to be within that. Contrary to that, imagine a patent value can be much more than that. For example, I would like to set an example of one patent of Northwestern University, which is for the drug Lyrica anti-epileptic drug. This patent was sold at $3.1 billion. At the same time, another patent of New York University on Remicade for the arthritis drug was sold at $1 billion. There are a number of such cases wherein patents have been sold at more than $1 billion. This is for an intangible intellectual property compared to physical property, which cannot be rather compared with. Now, if we look at it, what is the company's value who have been working hard on R&D, developing IP assets? They can be valued based on physical assets. Even a screw is an asset on record worth something. May not know that determine the largest share of their asset patents. They are not aware of that. What value their patents have, if at all they put in efforts to accumulate such an asset in their profile. Value of technical scientific companies is determined by up to 84% by intangible assets, that is patents and utility models. Once a patent is acquired, it can be an asset or liability because it costs a lot of money to get a patent and maintaining after it is granted. And therefore, patent should have a value. It should be considered as a product which you want to sell off and you should have a ready buyer for that. There are various ways and means to monetize patents, to get value for the patents. One is voluntary licensing, the technology applications based, scientific jurisdiction based, enforced licensing. Voluntary licensing is such that a patent holder itself offers to the potential users at an appropriate mutually agreeable cost. Enforceable licensing is to ensure that somebody in the same public domain, in same technology domain, might have been using the technology which is within the scope of the patent for which you have got an asset, for which you have got a proprietary right. And that requires mining patent portfolio, identifying potential infringers, collecting evidence for use, preparing to approach potential licensees. if you look at it, the monetization data in US as of 2012, products worth $80 billion were sold in the market, which was based on the patents which were granted to academic institutions. Just imagine, this might be a small percentage, as many private companies, they do have their patents and products based on those technology in public domain. And this I'm referring to only those patents which are from the academic institution, have been licensed out to the industry by them. Double of the entire fabric investment in the university research, and this is double than whatever research grant government gives to the universities. And major source of innovation is academic institution. University patent licensing supported 3 million jobs in 1996 to 2012, average 2 lakhs per year. This activity of developing patents, developing new technology and monetization does results in a lot of job creation as well. I got a data of 2012 which relates to patent licensing in US. Academic patents 2,150, licensing 5,130, licensing in equity 483. Total licensing income out of patent licensing was $2.6 billion in 2012. This source is based on Brookings report. As I referred some of the patents which are sold by the universities valuing more than $1 billion. Likewise, there are a number of patents which were licensed out by the respective universities in US ranging from $3.1 billion to $260 million. Monetization royalty data in 2004. When you talk of monetization, this can be of different types. That is exclusive licensing, non-exclusive licensing. Exclusive licensing can be at one-time payment, and it can also be some part in one-time payment and balance in the royalty during this during the enforceability period of this patent. Like Northwestern University in 2014 was getting $361 million as royalty, annual royalty out of the licensing of the patents. New York University $216 million, Princeton University 142, and likewise least was by this Florida University, that was $33 million. There have been recent cases of licensing. Those cases were primarily enforcement licensing, wherein the patent holder had identified some infringers and they were sued and they had to license it. In October 2019, Apple was ordered to pay University of Wisconsin $506 million for patent infringement of A7 processor related technology. Similarly, again in February 2019, Marvell Technology Group paid $700 million to Carnegie Mellon University to settle 7 years ongoing lawsuit for hard disk drive. Similarly, New York University cardiologist doctor sued Apple for infringement method of apparatus for detecting artificial fibrillation in Apple Watch with the green light and sensors, sued for willful infringement. Recently in India too, Pune-based Flash Electronics filed a suit in US against Royal Enfield for patent infringement for an electronic component regulator rectified device. Sun Pharma was granted preliminary injunction prohibiting defendants Bioforniteria INC, Biosciences in Germany, and Bio and Pharma in Germany, and from using its confidential and copyright trade secret information. These have been recent cases wherein, as such, there was no voluntary licensing, but potential infringers were identified, they were sued, and they were made to pay to the patent holder for infringement. This in a very vivid manner illustrates the fact that patents do have a value, and there are ways and means for monetizing and getting money out of whatever patent has been granted. There are various factors which determine what is the value of a patent, and there is a process of evaluating the value which is called net physical value. It depends upon many factors like value addition of the patent to the business of a potential licensee and its period of its term, and so many other factors, and in how many jurisdictions it has been filed, and potential, if at all, it can be filed in any other jurisdiction. This in a very vivid manner illustrates that one should definitely consider how to make use of patent they own to the maximum possible extent. Many times a company might say that this is a trade secret and we do not want to disclose it in public domain directly, enabling the person to use it through licensing. This can be taken into consideration that the business interest might be in specific jurisdiction. If at all they do not have any interest in some jurisdictions, they can certainly consider licensing out to some potential licensee in those specific jurisdictions, which otherwise remains unused and waste of technology developed for a specific jurisdiction. With this, I would like to conclude that patent monetization must be one of the prime objectives of the company or the institution to get maximum value out of the efforts they are put in to get that technology patented. Thank you very much.